Alrighty guys, what's up? It's Miles, and in today's video we have a very special guest here. His name is Billy Willson. Billy, say
How you guys doing?
hey. So Billy is I reached out to Billy actually on Instagram a couple weeks ago. I found his Instagram through Hayden Peddle and Ryan Hilders. I saw he was commenting and liking their pictures and stuff, and reached out to him and I saw his viral picture, and we'll kind of get into that, and he'll explain a little bit more about that and kind of who he is and his story. So I guess, man, we'll start it off. Who are you? How old are you? Where are you from? Just give us a little background about Billy.
Alright, so full name is Billy Wilson. Wilson with two L's, so I guess it's a little different. If you try to look me up, you might get confused. But I'm 19 years old, and what my picture was about, it was actually a picture of me flipping off K-State. I'm sure you can put like a picture or something, but
Yeah, yeah,
I basically put a caption with that explaining the way college has changed over the years and how it's not really the most effective way at all, really, to get where you want to be in life. So after my first semester of college, I dropped out, and during college a little bit, I was learning more, working on like an e-commerce store type of thing with a brand. It was a accessories and apparel store for EDM, electronic dance music, rave accessories, and stuff like that. Um, that was not the best idea because I didn't really have any experience in the past with doing an e-commerce store, so I definitely wouldn't recommend that starting out. But what I've kind of gotten to after that is learning about social media marketing and use my personal brand to kind of practice that myself. My post that I made was kind of like my first action towards that because I knew kind of ahead of time in my when I first came up with the idea. I was actually in the gym, and what happened was I just instantly came up with the idea because I'd already know that I was going to drop out. I was like, well, what if I go and take this picture and like write this caption to help open people's minds up to what they may not see college as, or maybe if there's like high school students out there wondering if they should go to college, or even parents that are like pushing their kids to go to college, maybe they'll see this and open their minds a little bit. So I decided to do that, and when I came up with the idea, I was like, dang, this is definitely something that has the potential to go viral. So I worded it as best I could and did it. And it did actually go pretty viral. I mean, on my personal account, it has a decent amount of shares. I think like
yeah,
11,000, but more than that on a lot of other accounts too. On Twitter, there's some account with like 130,000 likes or something. Multiple accounts had a lot of shares. That kind of just like copied my thing, but they like wrote their own story on it,
yeah,
which is cool, good and bad thing, I
yeah,
guess, because I wanted to link to my own thing, but it doesn't matter that much. I'm still glad they did.
yeah.
Um,
Did
yeah,
you
I
did you
mean,
know it would go viral?
did I know it'd go
Like,
viral?
did you had a good kind of hunch that it would go viral?
Yeah, okay. This is kind of like this is a really weird situation, but I had when I came up with the idea the same night, I was having like visions of news people like interviewing me and stuff, and that was before I even like made the post. So I
Yeah,
kind of had a strong feeling that it would,
yeah. That's
but
funny,
I
dude.
didn't. Obviously, I didn't know for sure, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
that was my goal with it.
That's cool, dude. Yeah, because I didn't even see it until later. I'd reached out to you and then I had saw it. I think your Facebook or something. So it's really cool story, dude. So you're 19 years old. You dropped out, um, and you were an engineer student, right?
Yes.
So I think the last time we talked, because we did try this before and the audio got all messed up. And I remember you told me you were talking with somebody and he explained kind of that he had been an engineer student and he had learned more in the last 30 days of his job that he than he had in 4 years, 5 years of school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll kind of go over like a little bit why I decided to drop out. I mean, what I kind of realized over my semester was, um, number one, that I was learning a lot more stuff that I felt was useful outside of class and inside of class. I like watching YouTube videos,
Hmm.
building that e-commerce store, and doing a couple other things on the side. I was learning like 100 times more than I was in school. Like the things that I was learning were pretty much pointless. I mean, I knew from past experience I'd been in the shadowship and in part-time internship with engineering companies. I was like, they don't even use this stuff in the job. It was like
Yeah.
construction history and stuff. I was like, does it really matter? I
Yeah.
mean, and it's just it all came down to that it was mostly a waste of time, and for a lot of people too, it's a waste of money. But the biggest thing for me is the wasted time factor. I knew that I could get
Mhm.
where I want to be a lot faster.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So with
I
that,
feel.
mainly,
Sorry, man. Go
mainly,
ahead.
no, you're good. Mainly be able to learn all that on my own. That's what I decided. And like what happened one day that kind of pushed me over the edge was like you were talking about. There was like an engineer and talking to us, and just like randomly, he just pointed out the fact that he learned more in his first 30 days of working at an engineering company that he did in his 5 years of college. Is like, what the hell is the damn point then?
Yeah, exactly.
It just seems that's just ridiculous that that's even a thing that people will spend $100,000 to get in debt,
The
and then
piece of
they end up
paper,
to
man.
learn more in their first 30 days than 5 years. That's just not right. And
Yeah,
I just wanted to make a change in that,
yeah.
and that's why I decided to make that post. I mean, I also knew that I'm not gonna lie. Part of that, probably the main reason I made that post was to help myself, like market myself and help myself in personal brand and grow, which was very good.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it also helped a lot of people as well.
yeah. No, I totally agree, though, man. I mean, I have my degrees up there, and I went to school for marketing, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. From discovering, owning your own business and being an entrepreneur, getting into like self development and getting into this whole space, I've learned more about online marketing and marketing itself in the last couple months than I did at school. Way more applicable stuff and way more intense stuff that you can use in any business, and it's crazy, dude. It's really crazy. But that's awesome. Do you regret it? I mean, do you regret it at all, or how are you doing now?
Um, Doing pretty good right now. As for regretting it, definitely not at all. It was probably the best decision that I've ever made. I notice whenever I take big risks like that, they always
Mhm.
pay off. I mean, I put a thought into them. It's not just like me doing stupid
Yeah,
risks
yeah,
and be like, screw college, I'm gonna go
yeah,
work some random job or like live in my parents' house and just chill and play video games.
yeah.
It's not like that. It's like I'm actually motivated to do stuff and
Awesome.
learn. So, sorry, what was the question one more time?
So I was just asking if you were regretting it because I kind of wanted that to segue into kind of what you're doing now. So you quit in last semester, right? So in December, I think.
Yes.
So it was last, yeah, yeah. So you dropped out in December of last year, and so you've been out for 6 months. So what have you been up to? What have you been researching? What have you been pursuing? So tell me a little bit about, because I mean I know, but go ahead and talk
Yeah.
about that.
So, what I did after college first was I had a full time. Well, it started out part time, but it changed into full time. It was basically trade show exhibit management. So I'd like build trade show exhibits and do the shipping of them and everything like that, set them up, whatever. And in that same job, I did a little. Towards the very end of that job, I did their marketing, their social media marketing for like the last 2 weeks straight. That's what I did full time, which is kind of cool. Um, but right now, I do social media marketing is my main thing. I have 3 clients right now. One of them is actually my that job that I was just talking about, and I was making $13 an hour there. Now I make $50 an hour as a consultant for them. So it's kind of funny how that works out, making
Totally.
like 4 times as much money in like so basically making the same income in like 1/4 the time, which
Yeah.
is just crazy to me that I was able to do something like that, not having a degree or anything, making $50 an hour.
Are
I mean,
you,
just
you
goes to show, and that's only 6 months out of college, and that just goes to show how much people think that's the only way that you can make a good income, where that's basically the opposite is true because you kind of get stuck at a certain income and then you just like fighting for a raise your whole
mhm,
life. Whereas if you're doing your own thing, you can give your own raises as quickly as you
mhm.
possibly as quickly as you
Yeah,
want, really.
can scale it
Uh,
at any rate, really. Pursue other
yeah.
things, invest in other things, definitely. So, are you doing less work now than you were when you were making 13 an hour?
Um, with Okay, so yeah, I would say it's actually more work, but
Yeah,
it's work that I enjoy.
work you
Uh,
enjoy. That's
yes,
good.
exactly, and being able to do whatever I want when I want, like
Hmm.
being able to wake up whenever, go to the gym whenever, it just changes your whole life really, and it makes
Hmm.
what you do a lot more enjoyable. Um, I feel like my energy levels are a lot better because I'm not sleeping late and barely sleeping any hours, then waking
Yeah,
up in the morning. So
Yeah.
it's just better. It's just a lot better overall, even though I am working more, but it's doing stuff that I like to do. So it's not really working that much.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, so what I'm doing now, the main thing is social media marketing. Like I said, I have a couple clients there. I'm also getting into affiliate marketing. I made my first like affiliate commission with that a couple weeks ago,
Saw that. Yeah.
or about a week and a half ago. So that was pretty cool. And just getting started in Amazon selling as well, and doing the personal brand stuff, like I said, and just starting a YouTube channel too.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're kind of doing the same thing. I'm doing digital marketing, social media marketing. My kind of niche, what I'm really trying to do is just Facebook advertising. Mainly, I mean, digital marketing, really anything if it comes to managing platforms and posting content and stuff. But yeah, Amazon. Tell me about Amazon. So that's something that's up on my board right now. Something that I need to really dive deep into. How did you find that? How did you find out about Amazon and kind of what's your progress with that so far?
Yeah, the way I originally found out about the Amazon thing is I watched Hayden Peddle and Ryan Hildreth on YouTube,
Mhm.
and I saw that Hayden was like doing an Amazon course a month or so back, and that he was making some pretty good money selling like one product on Amazon, making about 1 to 2 thousand a month by doing basically nothing once you get it
Yeah.
set up. So that's why I decided. I went and the course that he took was Tanner J. Fox's course, which I know a lot of people are in now, but there's a reason a lot of people are in it because it works.
Mhm.
So I'm just getting started with that. I watched the whole course, so I just basically need to get into the research now.
Yep.
That's the point that I'm at. So do you have the course too?
I do not. No, I did my own research through it, and I did my own research on learning Amazon. So I pretty much know
Yeah.
everything. I'm sure there's some stuff that we'll bounce back and forth about. So I can find out some information that I don't know. But I'm in the research phase as well. I have Jungle Scout and everything. I did a little bit of research back a few months ago when I was planning on starting it. I reached out to I'd actually had multiple conversations. It's funny when you start talking with the suppliers, you'll know what I mean, and they're they're, they're
Yeah,
pretty.
I already know what the suppliers are like.
Yeah.
I talk to suppliers all the time when I was doing my
Oh,
e-commerce.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. So it's goofy, man. But yeah. So I got to get back in the research phase because I think what I'm gonna do, my plan is to kind of go like a low margin product, kind of a cheaper product, and kind of see. I kind of want to test it, so I'm gonna go kind of a cheaper product and see how I do. But yeah, dude. So okay, so Amazon, you're doing affiliate marketing. Do you plan on kind of scaling the affiliate marketing? Because that's something that I've actually been doing a little bit of research on with Max Bounty. I don't know if you're familiar with Max Bounty or like ClickBank and
Yeah,
you're familiar with that?
I'm not familiar with either really. I know
Really?
I've like heard of them both before, but I haven't taken a look at them yet. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
the main affiliate thing that I do right now is just based off the courses that I took, trying to if I feel like they'll help other people in the same situation as me, then I kind of suggest it to them. I mean, if they don't have the money for it, they don't have the money for it. You can
Yeah.
learn. You can learn whatever on your own if you decide to. It just seems like you can learn it a little bit faster if you decide to do a course for it. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to save the money, that's possible. But at the same time, I feel like it's a lot easier because everything's in one place.
Yeah.
Whereas research, you kind of have to grab stuff from everywhere.
Yeah, it takes a lot of the time out of it if you have just one place to go to just learn step by step how to do everything. And I mean, I'm self-taught on most of the things that I do. Facebook advertising is the one thing that I'm gonna have to get a course for or something because man, it's too you can't find much information on how to really do it online.
Yeah, it
So
is pretty dang hard actually. There's actually really not that much on Facebook ads how to do them.
yeah, yeah, and I
Just
think that's
surprising to me because so many people do them. But I mean, I go through Facebook and there's so many bad ones too at the same
yeah,
time.
there is, and I think that, obviously the bad ones are the ones that they don't know what they're doing. They haven't taken a course or whoop, video went out. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Just making sure. Where were we at? Oh yeah, whatever. Facebook ads. I mean, that's kind of. I think that's kind of what I'm gonna do with my channel. Honestly, we're a little sidetracked, but I mean, I think that's what I'm gonna start contributing to my channel is a lot of like how-to stuff for Facebook because I know a lot of people are looking for that. They don't know how to target, how to optimize ads, how to do copy, how to find images, like all that stuff. And there's a lot of questions that come with Facebook advertising. And I think
Yeah.
that's a good route to take my channel, because that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So
Yeah, that would be good. I'd say the main thing I would do is, I feel like the most from what I've seen, the most effective posts are ones that just seem like normal posts. Not they don't seem like advertisements really. They kind of seem like normal posts, but they're just sponsored. Because when people see an ad, they're like, "Oh, this is an ad?" Because they can tell right away.
Yeah, they'll just scroll through, and I think that's the native pictures. So just the still pictures with like no text are pretty good, and there's a lot of psychology behind a lot of that stuff too. There's a lot of psychology behind advertising, and that's stuff that I'm learning as I go. Okay, so you dropped out. You're an entrepreneur now. You're doing social media marketing. You're doing some affiliate marketing. You're doing Amazon. And your personal brand. So you're building up your personal brand. I'll link your channel below for everyone to go check out as well. But so what's next, man? What are you going to be focused on? Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Everything. What do you want to do, man?
Long term it's really just all about the freedom. And on my board back there, it actually has some of my top goals.
Yeah, Jeff's side.
Yeah, 1 year from January 21st or something is when I wrote them. Say 100,000 in sales, so that should be probably is pretty attainable. Now that I really think about it, now that I've actually figured out how to get clients and I've gotten a couple already, it basically just comes down to scaling. And also that I've seen these other people like Hayden and Ryan make that amount of money in 4 months. So, I mean, if they can do it in 4 months, I feel like I'm on a pretty similar intelligence level that I can do the same thing. It's like, why not? Why can I not do the same thing?
Yeah.
Is basically what it comes down to. But the end goal with job-wise, I'm not sure if I could stick with social media marketing forever. That's a possibility, and I have my own agency to keep growing it until I can't. Just keep growing it indefinitely. But I mean, that'll have to be something I decide in the future, whether I want to just keep it as a passive income kind of thing, or if I want to just keep scaling it up forever. Just depends on what I decide to do at that time. But the main goal is I guess you could say the main goal is the Lambo, but I actually call the main goal Lamborghini money. So basically enough money that I could buy a Lamborghini straight up, even though I probably wouldn't actually buy one straight up, because that might be better just buy one used or rent one for a little while. But have that amount of money so that I can have that freedom. It's not really about the materialistic thing. It's basically having the freedom to do whatever that I want to do in my life. So if I want to travel somewhere, I don't have to worry about the money being an issue of me doing something that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's the same thing for a lot of other people. I don't know about what kind of stuff you get into or want to get into in the future.
Man, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I really want to. So what my plan is, at least right now, is the more and more. I think you'll find this too, and I know you haven't posted really any videos yet, but I think what you'll find is the more you post and the more you kind of get your message out there, and the more experiences that you have, you'll start to kind of find your voice. You'll kind of start to find your path. You'll start to find out really what you want to pursue, and within the last 2 weeks, that's kind of what's happened to me. Is I've been focusing on Facebook advertisements and just getting my message out and just teaching people stuff, and that's the path that I'm taking, and I want to build that personal brand up to then maybe teach other people how to leverage Facebook ads to grow businesses. So, I can teach people how to do it, like you and me. So I could teach you how to do it, and then you could go and sell that service to companies. Or I'd go in and I'd consult with companies and teach their marketing guys how to do it. So that's kind of where I want to go with my personal brand, as well as building up, my company, my digital marketing company at the same time. And then, putting eggs in other baskets like Amazon and some affiliate stuff. I was going to actually start dabbling with some affiliate marketing just to see, just to test Facebook ads and kind of see how you can advertise products and digital products. because I don't know, man. That's interesting to me. Being able to like run sales funnels and convert customers just through advertising online. Um, so that's kind of the route I'm going, and we'll see, dude. I mean, I think you'll find that too when you're posting your videos. You'll start to kind of figure it out, and getting your message out there really helps, I think.
That's good. That's good to know because that's something I plan to do pretty quickly here. And I have a
Yeah.
similar like YouTube channel. I mean, the main goal is to teach other people that are about my same age. I mean, older if they don't know it already, but teach people how they can do the same things that I'm doing, make an income without having to go to a job or
Hmm.
having to go through college and getting all that debt. I really just want to teach people show people that there's another way, and basically teach them how they can actually make money on their own, how they can um, create a life that they'll actually enjoy and the lifestyle that they want. So that's my main goal with my YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I think you're an awesome example of that because you are so young and you made a bold move. Dropping out of college and pursuing a career as an entrepreneur, man. It's people don't do that. Like that's not something you hear every day. Is kids dropping out and being an entrepreneur. I think that you have an awesome story to tell, and with your success you're already having. I mean, people are already looking up to you, and you're having success. Like people want to do what you're doing. So I think that just with your story and the success you're having, dude, I think you're gonna do very, very well, and people are gonna enjoy to watch your journey. I know I am, dude. It's very cool. It's very cool because I went through college, so like I know the college experience, and I know the debt that it has on me. It's not a fun payment that I have to pay every month. So um, props to you, dude. So is there anything else that you want to say? What kind of advice would you give to people maybe your age or my age that are looking to do these types of things? Like what do you suggest? What's the first step? What kind of advice would you give?
This is something that actually came up kind of new. I'd say, I mean, as an advice, I kind of say this biasly, I guess, but watch my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see the things that I'll tell you on there because that's what I'll mainly be talking about is how you can get the lifestyle you want and basically do the same thing I'm doing. I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily social media marketing. There's lots of
Hmm.
other things you can get into.
Yeah.
But I'd say one of the biggest things starting out as an entrepreneur, I wouldn't have recommended this probably 6 months ago, but now that I've done it, I would actually recommend the easiest way is just saving up some money and actually just going through a course because if you try to make stuff on your own, like how I did that e-commerce store, and it's pretty difficult to figure it out on your own because I didn't know how to drive traffic. I mean, I created a website and set up the suppliers and everything, but I didn't know how to get traffic there really.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
there was traffic, but it wasn't targeted traffic, so not the right people.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, but that's the main thing I would do. Or doesn't have to be necessarily a course, or it can just be like a mentor that teaches you how to do things that you need to do for whatever field you want to go into. I'd say that's the number one thing. Just get somebody else to teach you, whether it's a course or a mentor.
Yeah, I mean, it could be
That's the fastest way.
yeah, it could be one of us. I mean, just finding
Yeah,
somebody on YouTube. I mean, that's pretty much what I did. Followed a couple of people on YouTube and just kind of saw what they were doing and started researching
yeah.
those things. So
That's the thing too. People think, well, this is what I thought personally. I felt like I had to have somebody as my personal mentor, like following
yeah,
me around all the time. I mean, if you're watching somebody on YouTube, they're basically your mentor.
yeah,
You really think about it.
yeah. I mean, you can learn a lot. You can learn everything you need to know from a few videos, and you don't have to buy a course. I mean, I think that if you find what you want to do and you buy a course, I think it's a great option. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to. You've taken courses. I've watched some videos from some courses and stuff, but it is a great route, and I totally agree. I totally agree. Um, so anything else? Anything else you want to say, man?
no,
Before
I
we
think that
before we
covers it
wrap it
all.
up.
I think
Okay,
I covered
cool,
it.
cool. I appreciate you coming on, man. I know we tried this like last week and got all messed up, so I appreciate you coming back on and talking with me.
Yeah, of
Um,
course. I appreciate you having me too. It's
yeah,
really good
man.
to hear about what you're doing as well.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so um, I'll link all your social stuff in the description. I can put it on the screen if you want to. I'll do that. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, man, that's it. Anything else you want to say?
Nope, I think that covers it.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and check out Billy's stuff. I'll link it in the description. I'll probably put it on the screen or something. But that's it, man. I appreciate the time, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, love talking to you, Miles. It's good. I always learn a bunch of new stuff whenever I get to talk to you, so I'm glad to do it.
Cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude.